Well, welcome back to Oil Drip. My name is Julie Johnston, and I'm here with
Linda Pickenpaw.
And today we are wrapping up our month of kids and littles and essential oils. And today we've got some really great tips that I think will be very beneficial. Seems like there's a few more bugs traveling around, so you might need these tips right now.
Definitely.
Yes. So I think today we're going to talk a little bit about immunity, our oil for immunity, a little bit about when they have stomach upset, respiratory issues. We have a tip for potty training. Everybody needs tips for that. And the last one are the earaches. This is one of my favorite ones that I've used often with my kids and even myself. So I think everybody can benefit from these. So when it comes to their immunity and trying to keep them healthy so they don't catch things, giving them something that works sort of as a barrier as they go out, whether it's to daycare, preschool, or maybe they're, maybe an elementary kid. What are some of your tips for that, Linda?
Well, immunity, I would have on-guard beadlets available for them, just because they're small and they swallow quickly, and they would enjoy them, and it would just I would know that there was some protection for them. But we're talking about kid oils, and so there is a kid oil called Stronger, and it's part of the kids collection. And I was thinking as I looked at it again, it sure is easier to actually purchase if you just buy the whole collection at once.
Yeah.
Than each of them individual. It's just a way to get yourself started. But Stronger, it's the kids version answer to our On Guard, which we use a lot for our protection in immunity, whether it be mouthwash or whatever we use as adults. But this is for kids, and what is in it is cedarwood and litsea and frankincense and rose. So you have the king of oils and the queen of oils, right? Frankincense and rose, and all of, and it was created just to promote wellness and vitality, and just help protect our boundaries, whether it's emotions or whether it's others. But it's just a good oil to have for young children.
Yeah.
And it's safe because it has fewer drops as well as the fractionated coconut oil in it, so it matches their age and their own needs.
Yeah, and that's the roller bottle version of it. And it does come in a regular drip bottle too.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No,
yeah,
I didn't know
the Strongers comes in that too. So I was thinking about the diffusing of those oils. I thought it did. I could be totally wrong. I could have lost my mind. But I think I remember making images with it. Yeah, it comes in a 5 ml.
Oh, that is.
So, yeah, so you could diffuse it in their room. So that would be a good one. If you have a diffuser that you use at nighttime, you could diffuse that while they're sleeping and boost their immune system that way. That's another great way to do it. And then I always kept, when my girls were little, I always kept an oil on the changing table. So when I had them up there, I could wipe a little bit of that On Guard oil that I had made my own roller bottle for, babies where it was diluted. So I could just put it on the bottom of their feet, just it's just another step after I change their diaper. So that's a good way to do it too. So it could be the On Guard or it could be the Stronger, either one.
That's really neat. That must be fairly new, the bottle, but
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
So another big one with littles is the tummy upset. And it could be that we haven't figured out what foods are their little bodies like. If they have any allergies to certain foods, where it might be like the dairy might affect certain people and babies, and you don't know that until they start crying and complaining of the stomach upset. Also might be car sickness. So you might travel a lot, and if there's someone that cries in the car, it may be that they are prone to motion sickness and you don't know that. So the oils that we use for that, we've got that the tummy tamer oil. Tamer is what it's called. That's the kids collection oil.
And that's what it looks like.
I love the way that one smells. It's so much sweeter and softer than the Digestion that we've had in our line for years, which we would maybe say is the grown-up version. But if you're somebody who likes that tamer, it can be used on grown-ups too.
You know, the Digestion always has a licorice smell to me, and licorice was never my favorite, where the tamer has a spearmint smell. I mean, when you smell it, and it's a soft spearmint smell, but it's one that, you know, one time somebody said, you as an adult ought to use it too for reflux. And so I actually keep it in my bathroom closet, because there's sometimes in the middle of the night, you know, when that reflux comes. And I remember our very first grandson had reflux, but I didn't know about oils 20 years ago. I didn't know. And how that could have been so taming just for him. But that's one that I keep for me. I don't have all the others because I don't have littles around, but that one I keep. So, you know, it's a good one for children especially, but adults as well.
Yep, it's a great one. Okay, so whatever it is that's floating around right now is causing people to have sore throat, and then I think it turns into a cough. So this fun cold that's going around, my husband has the cough.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you are experiencing that and your little ones are too, Breathe is one of our favorite oils because it really gives you that feeling of the clean airways, that they're not obstructed and that you can breathe. It just, once you apply it, you just get this sensation that everything has opened up, and you're more relaxed and you're able to calm maybe a cough or a sore throat. So that's a great one to diffuse and to apply topically.
Right. And because it comes also in the roller bottle, so it's already diluted with fractionated coconut oil, then that is very, very ready as a parent for you to use with your child. And I mean, it's really great to rub on the chest, but it also comes in a Breeze, what they call a Breeze stick. And it's probably about a quarter size around. And it's just like a roll-up stick, like, I don't know, maybe like, but it's really a soft gel, solid like. And that one is one where when I've got a cough, or I use that one, or if there's something respiratory going, I really use the Breeze stick a lot. And it's gentle enough that it could be used with a child. Just, you know, a light rub, not a lot, but a light rub. So, but I do like this and have used this on grandchildren, the with the Breathe Touch, and it's been very effective.
Yes, they're very good. And don't forget, you can also put the oil as well as the Breathe Stick on the bottom of their feet. So if they're a child that doesn't like those minty smells, that solution is the bottom of the feet, and then put a sock on so they can't smell it. But it works very well. And then at one of the conferences that Linda and I went to, we both learned from one of the speakers, I think she was a doctor, that when we apply our oils to our chest, we're applying them to the front side of our lungs. Don't forget the back side of your lungs too. So that's been a game changer once we realized you could apply it to both, and it really helps to relieve that congestion. Okay, so we're also talking a little bit about stress, the little ones and their stress, and a great oil that they can use with this from the kids collection is called Calmer. And this will just give them that sense of peace and allow them to kind of calm and pull themselves together. So my nephew, I've been having him in the mornings, helping my sister with him before he has to get to school, but after she has to get to school because she's a teacher. And some mornings he's not very happy about the routine and that he has to go to school. He wants to stay and play with his cousins. So this morning I got out an oil and I rubbed it on the back of his neck real quick. And then I rubbed it on my wrists and I said, smell. Because at first he was like, oh, you put something on me, like he could feel it, like he was getting all upset. And then I was like, smell my wrist. So he was sort of distracted. And you could tell he could smell it. And then he forgot about me putting it on his back, and he was good. We got to school okay. So the Calmer is a good oil for that sort of a situation.
Right. That's a great story. I like that one. And I mean, we think balance for adults or adaptive, but this one for children, and it has lavender in it. And we know that that's very calming, but it also has Roman chamomile in it, and so it's really interesting. So maybe it's maybe they need Calmer, like going to school in the morning, but maybe it's from getting hurt and they're crying, just something to calm them down. Maybe sunburn even, then maybe something to calm them down, not necessarily to rub on the sunburn, but just to do that relaxing bit. So
exactly.
Yep.
All right, so how many times have it gets warm outside like it is today, and you feel like, I gotta get outside and do some yard work, and then the next day you're paying for it because your back hurts and you can't quite stand up straight. And so we as grown-ups reach for our Deep Blue. But we also have a kid version if they overdo it or if they have growing pains. And so the littlest ones may not have these, but anywhere probably from like 10 years to maybe 15, 16, they may be experiencing growing pains, and they may not use the Deep Blue, but we've got the Kid Rescuer blend. So this is a great alternative.
Right. So for those growing pains and that type of thing, but I was interested that a lot of, well, I don't know a lot, but the rescue, we said the Tamer smelled so much softer for the stomach, for the digestive part of it, and because it has spearmint in. Well, where we have Deep Blue that has winter blue with wintergreen, which is really strong, and it has blue tansy in it, and it has those strong things in it. Well, the Rescuer has spearmint in it instead of a peppermint strong, or wintergreen really strong. It has spearmint in it again, but it also has lavender in it. And we just talked about calmer, so there's that, calm down those sore muscles or sore places. And it also has copaiba or however you copaiba,
Yeah.
whichever way we're going to pronounce it, but it does have those things in it that are just, things that can, maybe it's a Charlie horse, that is a place where you can use it. Maybe even it's a headache you could rub on the back of the neck, especially. And so joint pains, that type of thing. So just another tool in your tool belt that you can help with your child's needs.
Okay, so every mother's favorite phase of childhood is definitely the potty training phase. Or maybe not. So we figured that every mom who's going through potty training would love any tip anybody has that can make this process go a little bit smoother. So this tip is not one that I had heard of before. So in preparing this was a new one that I had learned, but it says to add a drop of peppermint to the toilet water, and that'll help get things going. So I have never heard that before, but I thought it's worth a try, right?
Right. And I think I read in your tip that it's supposed to work for adults too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is worth a try.
Yes, for sure. Now, I actually had somebody last week text me, and she's a new grandma. So she was trying to get some tips for her new grandson, who is like 4 months old, and he's already cutting teeth. So she wanted to know something that she could do with her oils to help soothe, because he's just in pain and he's crying and he's all upset about it. So what I told her is a little different than the tip, but what I told her to do was to get some of that copaiba and just put a little tiny bit on her fingers and rub that on the gums. And I said, if you wanted to do it on yours first, just so you could see how it feels, what it tastes like, it's really not an oil that is minty. It's not one that is just, gross, the taste of it. It tastes a little different, but it's just an oily feeling and it rubs right on, but it just helps soothe that discomfort. It's really good at that. So that was my tip that I gave her. But go ahead.
So I have a question. So as I was saying, you said rub it on the gums, right? But then I'm seeing you rub, you're going like this. So I'm thinking,
going like that.
Can you rub it on the jawline too? Okay.
Yes. Yep, you could do both. So my kids, they're still cutting new teeth, getting their grown-up teeth. And so they'll have discomfort. And for the longest time, my youngest would let me put the oil inside her mouth. Well, now she's gotten to the point where she thinks it tastes bad and she won't let me. So now it's just the only thing I'm allowed to do is on the outside. They do really like, the girls really like wintergreen because it kind of numbs it, but it's that sweet taste. So just a little tiny bit on your fingers is also good for those older kids who are losing the baby teeth and getting the grown-up teeth. I don't know, it might scare an infant, just that minty, all of a sudden the minty feeling. It might be scary. I don't know how they would take it.
But I think if you did that with an infant or a younger child, you might want to try it with a drop of fractionated coconut oil as well as that drop. So then that dilutes it just a little more.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Yeah, so the recipe that we gave was for someone to make a roller bottle, and it would go on their jawline. And that included copaiba, lavender, Roman chamomile, and frankincense. So that combination, and you can roll it on the jawline. It says before bedtime to soothe aching gums, but probably do it anytime throughout the day, really. So those are some of our best tips for kids in essential oils. And I think that was quite a bit this month. So hopefully you've gotten a lot of tips that can help you with those little ones in your lives. All right. Well, everybody have a great weekend. All right. We'll be back again soon. Bye.
Bye.